KangasCloud out of the shroud. Coming at you loud like an explode.
Hello, KangasCloud here, and welcome back for another Wi-Fi battle. Now, this is not your normal Wi-Fi battle that you might see on this channel. Now, okay, maybe it is in the fact that it is ridiculous just like the others. As you can see, I have a team that kind of stands out. Yes, I have a MONO BEEDRILL team. That's right, BEEDRILL, the god among bugs. The god among bee bugs, of which there are like 3. Okay. You might have seen my top 10 video a while back. If you haven't, go ahead and click on that link and watch it right now. But if you have, you might have noticed that I did a top 10 video on my top 10 favorite Kanto Pokemon. BEEDRILL is a Kanto Pokemon, and honestly, I was a little harsh on BEEDRILL. He wasn't in the top 10. I even threw a little slight at him somewhere in there. And BEEDRILL has actually always been one of my favorites, ridiculous as it is. Even before it got a Mega Evolution and had any real purpose, I always kind of liked BEEDRILL. I like the idea of fighting with bees. So yeah, but so I figured, you know what, I owe it to BEEDRILL. I owe it to this long lost love of mine to bring him back in style. And yeah, so we're gonna be facing off with a mono BEEDRILL team here. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to do, but as you can see, I got this matchup here. I just went on the passerby, the PSS thing, and tried to find someone. I didn't want anyone to know what I was doing. I'm just surprised they didn't just DC as soon as they saw my team. But they didn't. They went for a battle, and you see, I'm up against a pretty fun but formidable team. You got a Charizard there. BEEDRILL does not like seeing that. You got a Raichu. You got a Venomoth. You got I don't even know. You got a Haxorus, a Heracross, and a Milotic. And on my team, I'll go over it really quick. Well, there's a BEEDRILL. There's another BEEDRILL. There's a BEEDRILL, and then I decided I would bring a BEEDRILL, and then I thought to round out the team, I'd throw in a BEEDRILL and then maybe one more BEEDRILL just for support. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it and see what madness ensues. So obviously, BEEDRILL is not a Pokemon known for its great amount of versatility, but I did the best I could. So I go ahead and see a Milotic lead here. And so I lead with I Believe. This is kind of my lead BEEDRILL. I use this one to set up the tail one because BEEDRILL really isn't that fast, but it is faster than this guy. I'm guessing it's defensive. And it goes for Attract. And yeah, so I'm trying to troll them, but I'm the one being trolled. Fortunately, I am able to not be in love with this weird fish creature because I am a bee, and that's not what I want to do. But the U-turn does a good amount of damage to that Milotic, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm gonna go into my baby, the love bee, and this goes for Rain Dance, and I'm thinking, what is it doing? It wants to boost the water type. Okay, whatever. But this is actually my choice. This is my choice Specs BEEDRILL. So I go ahead and go for a Giga Drain, and I'm sure at this point they're thinking, what am I witnessing here? They go for the Scald. It actually doesn't take me out. Believe it or not, BEEDRILL has a decent amount of special defense, so it is able to take a rain boosted Scald from probably defensive Milotic, and I go ahead and I finish off the Milotic with another Giga Drain. I get a crit, but based on the damage of the first one, I don't really think that mattered. But I am a BEEDRILL, so I don't even know. But the Tailwind's gone, so I know I'm not gonna outspeed whatever comes in now, and it's gonna be the Raichu. And I might want to use this later. I'm not sure if I'll get the chance, but I go ahead and switch out into my B-Sharp 2.0 because this is way better than a Bisharp. It's got wings. This is actually my Assault Vest BEEDRILL. Take advantage of that special deck, but it goes for Nuzzle, and I saw Swagger, I saw Nuzzle, so I kind of think I know what this thing's doing, but I am able to get a Drill Run off here, which brings it down to its Sash. I don't care about the crit. They're trying to Swagger Nuzzle me. That's fine. But either way, I know one more hit's going to take it out, whether or not I brought it down to its Sash or not. Goes for the Electro Ball. Not a bad play. But I am able to take that fairly decently. And I just go for a Facade in case they want to switch out. I kind of thought this thing might get status, so I went ahead and slept beside it. Here comes Charizard, the bane of Beedrill's existence.
I am a Charizard, a dragon made of fire. Beedrill.
Yeah, this matchup is not ideal, and I don't have a switch into a Charizard on my Mono Beedrill team. I just don't. And it's a Charizard Y. So yeah, it's just gonna go ahead and flame through me. I'm thinking, what a world it would be if it would be, pun intended, if I lived that with my Assault Vest. But obviously no. I dreamed for a moment. I go ahead and go into. I believe it goes for Heat Wave here, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe it thinks I'm Focus Sash, which I am. It's trying to burn me, that kind of thing. But I actually don't really have an attacking move on this per se. I need this thing to hit me.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Because the idea here is I go down to my Focus Sash and I use Endeavor. Aha. Now, the reason I have Pursuit on there is in case I'm up against a setup mon to start with, and I get them down to 1 HP and they haven't hit, I can hit them again. They try to switch out. That way I can Pursuit for the last amount of HP, but that way I can make sure I get a kill. But anyway, I'm going to Beautiful right now, and they're gonna switch out. They don't really know what I am. Maybe I'm a Mega Beedrill, but I am not. I am not. I'm actually. This is you'll kind of see what this one's a little funny. The tail one's gone. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and endure here. I'm just hoping they attack. And it does, and it goes for the Dragon Claw. Thank goodness. It actually doesn't bring me down to 1 HP, but as you'll see, this is my Custap Berry Beedrill, so I get to bring this thing all the way down. And if you didn't know the Custap Berry, make sure if you're under a certain amount of HP, you always move first the next turn, barring priority. And it does finish me off, but I am able to bring this down low enough that anything can come in to finish out. And this is Bumblebee, my Mega Beedrill. If you don't really get the name, it's the Transformers Bumblebee, because this is the Beedrill that transforms. And I go ahead and protect, and I'm hoping it's not going to Dragon Dance on me, and it doesn't. So I'm guessing the reason they didn't is probably because they don't know which Beedrill is which at this point. I know if it were me and I saw a Mono Beedrill team, even with different nicknames, I would have no idea what the Beedrill's gonna do. So I get lucky there, and I go back into my my choice specs baby. Oh wait, no, yeah, but sorry baby. Venomoth doesn't want to set up, so I don't get an attack here, but no, I just need something to switch in there. And this is a little scary here because I'm not sure how well I can break this. So I go into my Mr. Bean, my Choice Scarf Beedrill, and it's going to go ahead and go for the Sleep Powder, which that scared me so much because if this thing starts to Quiver Dance, I'm in trouble. But I'm pretty sure they probably know I'm Choice Scarf because they have Venomoth has a higher base speed, so I think they got a little overconfident thinking that I can take this out with a Psychic, but you can't because I'm a Beedrill. And I wake up, thankfully, that next turn. I got lucky there, I will say that. And I get another Aerial Ace off, and you'll see Mr. Bean, none other than Mr. Bean is going to go ahead and put in the finest of work. And what's a Charizard to a Mr. Bean? And Charizard goes down to the Beedrill. Goes down to the non-Mega Beedrill. How often do you get to say that? And here comes a Heracross, and I know at this time they were just kind of panicking. And they protect, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a Guts Heracross, but I'm sorry, Heracross, that ain't gonna save you from the wrath of Mr. Bean. As you can guess, I won this battle. As you can guess, I went through a lot of battles with this team. A lot of very unsuccessful battles. Any form of hazards, much priority, anything that standard. I got a little lucky with this team that I was able to do much with it, but yeah. Beedrill. Don't be fooled. A Mono Beedrill team is not a good idea. Don't be fooled into thinking that. I got a little lucky with that battle, but it was kind of fun to show off that it could actually do something. And my hats off to the Choice Specs Beedrill. Is probably my favorite one. But of course, that Mr. Bean at the end there was very nice. And I even had my Mega Beedrill in the back, so I actually secured that. Okay. But anyway, if you like this battle, or if you just think it was ridiculous, either way, I think you should put a like on this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. But thanks to the random passerby, who I'll never know their name probably, for having this battle. If actually, if you watch my videos and you see this, go ahead and comment down below. Say, that was mine. That was my Charizard you killed with that Beedrill. Go ahead and let me know. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching this ridiculous battle with this ridiculous idea. And as always, this is KangasCloud going back to the Shroud. Bye-bye, guys.
Not the beast! 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 Not the beast!